haven't been to my doctor in 2 years already, and let me tell you how my visit went today. I come in, receptionist already right off the bat acting like it's a big deal that I have a new health insurance card. They took me into a room to do my vitals, and guys, they literally did the bare minimum. I've never ever seen this before from this doctor's office before. They didn't even ask me if my medical history has changed, if I've taken any kind of new medications. They didn't even weigh me, barely asked me any questions about anything at all. And then the main doctor comes in. Now, usually I use another doctor, but he wasn't available, so I went with his wife. She comes in looking like she just came out of a class from college with like a long sleeve, like sweater dress type of thing and leggings. And she's like, "Hey, how are you doing? What are you here for?" And then like the most like, guys, I'm Slavic. I know my people. She just had that typical like bratty, annoying, like Slavic Russian woman attitude about her. Mind you, I've been to her before many years ago. It was never this bad. I don't know what the hell was going on today in that office. Because usually whenever I've gone to these kind of offices, even the doctors themselves would do their own like physical exam on me, ask me like detailed questions about my past history and everything like that. She just like literally was like, "What's up?" So I was like, "First of all, I have like some kind of bleeding issues." She was like, "Okay, gastroenterologist." I was like, "Okay, and also I have like an infection on my nail. Can we do something about that?" She's like, "Oh, you need to go to a dermatologist." What the am I here for? What am I here for? And then that's it. That is it. Nothing, no follow-ups, nothing like that. She just leaves, like gets a referral going for me, and she gets paid for that. Like, this is what we've been talking about these days, about how all of these health insurance companies, all of these people are in cahoots and they're just taking money. Like, you're telling me that this woman deserved to be paid several hundreds of dollars for like 5 minutes of her time doing absolutely nothing, looking unprofessional, having horrible service, and like, why? And this is why I don't bother going to these kind of offices anymore, because if I'm not having some kind of really serious issue, then I am just going to do home remedies. I am going to end up going to a gastro very soon, but for the infection, that was just like an afterthought that I had in my head. I was like, hey, maybe she actually is going to be useful, and I thought to ask her. But of course, God forbid, a doctor prescribes some kind of like infection cream. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, I do have something that I take reliably. It's actually called oregano oil. Have you guys heard of that? So oregano oil has been used for thousands of years, and it actually has very potent antimicrobial properties, to the point where there have been a lot of scientific studies actually looking into this. And I usually take it whenever I start to feel like I'm having the flu symptoms, cold. If you have bacterial infections, fungal infections, viruses, parasite cleanse, many different ways to treat these things with just oregano oil. Like, this thing is crazy. In fact, it's so potent that people usually tell you that you should take this either 1 week off, 1 week on, or take it 2 weeks straight and then cut it off, because this is just as good as a regular antibiotic. This is the brand that I'm taking all of the time now. It's called Micro Ingredients, and they actually have sold like over like 500,000 of these already. And actually, this contains the most potent form isolated from oregano oil, which is called carvacrol, and it contains black seed oil, which actually has a synergistic effect with the oregano. And this one bag lasts for such a long time, because you only need to take 2 capsules when you start to feel like you're coming down with something, and then once you start feeling better, that's it. So it lasts you for forever. So I learned my lesson today. I'm never going to give these people my money ever again. I'm not giving them my copays. I'm not even $20, $40 visits. I don't care. I'm not giving them my money. I would literally rather buy something like this with my hard-earned money and know that this is going to treat several types of symptoms instead of being treated like I was today. So if you want to try these out, I did leave a link right on the bottom. If you still see the golden shopping cart, that means that they're still left in stock.